Over in Domination, you can choose the objectives of each game from 1 to 3 stars in difficulty.
Right, and the prize levels increase based on difficulty.
Higher difficulty will make it easier to earn MTP, XP, and rep, and it'll also give you more prize points per game.
Yeah, those stack up after a run of teams on Domination, and you'll have to play on higher difficulties to earn the 99-star reward in each tier. Those cards are powerful, and it's worth it to get on the pathway to that all-time.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At small forward, Max Struz. At center, Jarrett Allen. At point guard, Darius Garland. At the other forward position, Evan Mobley. At the other guard position, Donovan Mitchell. The head coach of the visiting team is Kenny Atkinson. And stand and make some noise for your Miami Heat. At forward, 6'9", number 20, Kyle Anderson. Number 24, Haywood Highsmith. Number 55, Duncan at guard, 6 feet, number 45, Davion Mitchell. At center, 7 feet, number 7, Khalil. The head coach is Eric Spoelstra. Your Miami Heat.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Strus in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, they've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Mitchell. And it's Anderson in at the 4-man position. And in terms of the NBA Cup tournament, this Eastern quarterfinals game is a must-win for these 2 group winners. Lose and you're out of the running for the NBA Cup.
Yeah, make no mistake. This might count as a regular season game statistically, but there's nothing regular about it. These teams are battling for their shot at that NBA Cup.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, that's way back there as Duncan Robinson sets up solid.
Garland draws the double. Here's Allen. Highsmith grabs the board. Fast break Miami. Here's Mitchell. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, one part of Duncan Robinson's game doesn't get talked about enough. He is willing to find open teammates.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Robinson against Mitchell. Robinson with a steal. Got a piece of it. Pass to Mitchell. Mitchell double team. Back to Strus. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Dallas. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at the Heat, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat. And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years, a big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, he hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. It's a 10-point game. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
For your Heat dancers.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. And guys, Coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to trap him when they can. It's a tall task for the defense. D.A.?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's where Allen defending. Down low. Pass to Highsmith. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with a triple. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Heat?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Now here's Garland, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. And Garland gets doubled. Mobley outside. Garland against Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Fast break. Here come the Heat. The finish. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Can. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation, but over and back.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Outside Robinson. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Robinson's got 10.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, B.A., it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Will it go? Mobley passes to Mitchell. Anderson pulls it down. Miami leading by 19. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with a triple.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Beyond the arc. And the Heat, another three.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Oh, they get a hand on it. Robinson with a steal by himself.
Get out of the way!
Wow. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Duncan on the leak out that time, creating a very easy opportunity.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. That shot wide open. Mitchell's gotten his third basket of the night.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
And Garland gets doubled. Robinson with a steal. He goes up. And a big finish by Robinson.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And Cleveland has possession. The Heat making their last shot. Knocks it loose. Garland, the pass to Mobley. To get back on track. Anderson pulls it down. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here. I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now here's Garland. Yet to see a basket. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Mitchell's gone 4-4 from the field. Perfect so far. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And the Heat with some changes. Jovic, he's checked in for Anderson. Jaquez comes in for Highsmith. And it's Andrew Wiggins in for Robinson. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Darius Garland. 51 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Mitchell. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Strus. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
Heat 5, Davion Mitchell.
Love is checked in for Miami. Okoro is checked in for Cleveland.
Substitution on the court.
There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. Hunter against Jaquez. 5 on the clock. Hunter can't get it to go. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
And the three-pointer goes. Mitchell's got 13.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting. And tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter. Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Here's Hunter. And so it's the Miami Heat, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back. welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show.
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And here comes Cleveland. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Andrew Wiggins is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Love for 3. Cavaliers with a rebound. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Wiggins. The 3 from Mitchell. Ooh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
They're turning it over, and their opponent isn't. That's the difference.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's the 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. And Mitchell with the slam.
Great defense from Jaquez. He puts up impressive steal numbers.
Now Garland hasn't gotten one to fall yet. That's tipped. Once again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. And Mitchell with the slam.
And the slam was so good. But the dribble move he made to get there was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. What a slick play. Now here's Garland. Pass to Mobley. Hunter on the wing. A shot to stop the run. And another shot. Out to Garland. Clock at 4. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5.
Everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming. And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Here's Garland. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Here's Ware. Give him 8. And again, Miami with a triple.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Allen inside. Checked by Mitchell. Okoro outside. Pass to Mobley. Just 5 on the clock. There's the block. Fast break Miami. Here's Jaquez. And there's another one for the Heat.
Well, let's be honest, guys. Their transition defense has really failed them.
All alone on the break. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Garland. Miami making their last shot. Wiggins with it. Guarded now by Okoro. And another fast break for Miami. The Heat running. And the Heat, another three.
Again. I mean, just weak fast break defense.
And it's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. Okoro passes to Garland, and Garland gets doubled. Okoro outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
And you look at Mitchell, he's certainly earned a lot of votes, just not enough to start in the East.
And even if the fans don't vote him in as a starter, you figure he's going to be a reserve on the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
We'll be sure to update you as we continue to get results.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable. You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Here's Jovic. And the Heat, another three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. Anderson's checked in for Jovic. There's the three. And that one's good. Jaquez for three. Jaquez has got 5 points now this quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Green. Right wing. Outside Strus. Now here's Green. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Ware. And Miami again with the bucket.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Davion Mitchell, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Heat, totaling 26 points and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Guys, thanks. Andrew, this team has set the tone at the defensive end. What's working for you?
We just got after it. That's the main thing. We're just trying to make them uncomfortable, test everything, and, we were converting on the other side.
It's all about the effort. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
They're getting a lot out of their bench. A lot. For the most part, opponents' game plan is to take away the starters. But then, when your second unit comes in and plays with this type of intensity and torches the nets, it's creating a whole new problem for the rest.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Cavaliers?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, man. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They looked out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And Cleveland has possession. On the court right now for Cleveland. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. Wiggins from long range. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass break Miami from deep. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
You look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Mitchell's checked in for Miami. Mitchell with the ball. No made baskets yet. 5 to shoot. The ball's knocked loose. Robinson with a steal. Pass to Anderson. Again, the Heat score.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Highsmith. And he lays it in on the break. Highsmith's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Picked his pocket. Again, the Heat score.
Give them credit for cashing in on the turnovers they've caused.
Knocked loose. Pass to Allen. To stop the run. It's hauled in by the Heat.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
And the basket by Highsmith.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Love is checked in for Jaquez. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Jerome's checked in.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it helps to have a big man who can shoot it. Kevin Love can certainly do that, letting that one fly.
Now here's Strus. Still no points. Releases. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
All these turnovers keep them at a constant disadvantage on the defensive end.
Robinson against Mitchell. Yet another steal from him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here.
Jump ball. Salto.
So it's Miami now. Miami has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball. Salto.
And so here is Miami. Here's Anderson. And Miami again with the bucket.
Anderson.
Here's Jerome, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. To win the drought. Rebound Miami.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Robinson's got 17.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Mitchell against Robinson. Mobley outside. We've got 1:28 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Love grabs the miss. And here are the Heat now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Anderson gets the bucket.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't.
Having another steal.
A defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. He's actually tied the record for most steals in a game. And the Heat making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Hunter's checked in for the Cavs. Tyson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And the Cavs with possession. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, got that one up quick. 6 points for him.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
Held ball violation. Jump ball. Salto.
So it's Miami now. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for Miami. Puts it up. And Miami again with the bucket.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Love's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Here's Robinson driving in. And a big finish by Robinson.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And Cleveland has possession. Miami making their last shot. Fast break, Miami. Here's Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Kevin Love gets to the right spot that time in transition for an easy two.
And here comes Cleveland. Here's Jerome. He's scoreless. Poke loose. From outside the arc. And Love with the basket on the assist by Wiggins.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And so it's the Miami Heat way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. They've got Duncan Robinson. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Terry Rozier. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Pass to Love. Up and over Porter. And again, it's Miami converting. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
So it's Miami now. For three. Nails it from three. Larson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Here's Wade. As we know, Brent, experiencing some team drama is not an uncommon experience in the NBA.
Man, BA, as years went on and playing 7, 8, 9 seasons in the league, you almost started to invite some of that drama into the locker room. It's really a character builder, and it shows you that you care about what it is that you're doing. So the drama are always great lessons for how strong your team is going to be.
Pass to Tyson. Can they get it? Larson with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Rozier from outside. Connects from downtown. Rozier's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
They double him with Rozier. Porter against Rozier. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. Robinson with a steal. Here's Rozier going over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow. Amazing.
Man, look how Rozier just slices inside. He doesn't hold himself back on the drive at all.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Ooh, poked away. Porter looks it over. Pass to Tyson. Here's the break for the finish. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Terrific all-around scorer, and tonight we're getting the full arsenal from Kevin Love.
All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Graham?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well. What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Porter. And that time also a missed shot.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Larson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Stolen by Rozier. Here's Wade. Another shot. Oh, Robinson with a block. And they're able to recover. And it's Rozier with the ball for Miami. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And again, Miami with a triple.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Stolen by Rozier. Fast break Miami. Here's Ware. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Heat.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And what a huge performance it was for Davion Mitchell.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Larson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Tyson, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
"16 seconds left in the final quarter. Wiggins for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Jerome. Knocked loose. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you later.